Hi there, greetings and karibu tukuze matunda. Welcome back again. Today I want to quickly talk about how to identify healthy seedlings, because I believe, and out of my experience growing fruits, this is where the journey begins, from the seed and seedling selection. And if you get it right at this stage, most likely the journey, you will enjoy the journey of growing fruits. And in many cases, you realize that this is a process that is usually not very straightforward to many. And I mean the whole process of seed selection and generally propagating seedlings. And today I quickly just want to show you a small trick that I usually use whenever I am buying seedlings. And what you can see, this is a healthy young papaya or pawpaw seedling that I recently purchased from one of the reputable nurseries here in Kenya. Just good to acknowledge such nurseries that do a good job. And this is Plantech in Naivasha. And Plantech is one of the leading nurseries. And basically I procured around 20 seedlings, which I want to grow in my small plot. I have both papayas. I have that's a tree tomato. And what I want to quickly talk about is how do you get to know that the seedling that you have bought is not infected or it is healthy. And as you can see, this is a seedling, and this is the ground that I plan to plant it. I've already prepared, added manure, and of course mixed it, and you can see I've already watered. But what you can see here, the seedling has already now been removed from the growing can, and I want you to take note of the rooting system. And you can see how well established the roots are. And one of the quickest thing you need to check every time when you procure seedlings, I think this cuts across whether it's vegetables or anything. Young seedlings roots, the rooting system, or rather the roots, you should not see any discoloration. Like the roots should be, if not white, they should be very clear. I'm not sure whether all seedlings, the roots are white in color, but in many cases what I have come across is that most of the young seedlings, signs of healthy seedlings is that the roots are usually clear, no any black coloration, and you can see the contrast there. Of course, this nursery uses growth media, not your usual soil, but you can see how beautiful the root system is. And this is the young papaya. I've already removed it from the can. And here is another one of tree tomato, same case. So beautiful, well-established roots should be your number one thing that you should check. They should be free of any coloration. I think I've spoken about avocados because it's the same case. And I think avocado seedlings are the most affected. And this occurs when most of those nurseries propagate their seedlings in conditions whereby the seedlings, for example, are touching the ground. They're not in raised grounds, and the roots usually get some fungal infection. There is a very hard name to pronounce, but I think that's where the root cause of that is. It phytophthora, It's a condition that affects the rooting system. And for example, if this seedling was affected, these roots that you're seeing here, these beautiful roots that you're seeing that are free of any coloration, besides the red whatever color you're seeing, it's because they've touched the ground here, and the soil is red in color, or rather brown for that matter. So that is what you need to check out for mainly when you're looking for your seedling. So we will go ahead and plant the seedling, and it's very simple. Here I want to actually grow the tree tomato, and basically you just make a small hole here. I've already done the preparation for the soil. I place it in there. Because these are mainly for my own consumption, I'm not going to, and I like going the organic way. I won't be doing any fertilizers or anything. I have some here that I've already planted and they're doing very well. So it's basically well compost manure, watering, and boom, yes. And then we just plant. And you make sure that when you're planting, make sure that you do not cover the stem of your seedling to avoid any infection coming. And boom, here we have our seedling. And you can mark the date. Today is a 16th of October. Yeah, and I'll hope I'll be able to give an update every other time, and just show you the progress of my young seedling. So I have around 10 tree tomato seedlings and 10 papayas and a bit of lemons. And like I mentioned, I procured them at Plantec, and that's what I'll be doing for the rest of the day. So hope you've learned something. Please make sure that every time when you're procuring seedlings, remove those seedlings from those potting bags. Check the health of the roots. If you find any coloration, run away, my friend. Run away, because you're likely to procure infected seedlings. Thank you, and bye.